Thanks for joining us here on the Bearcats Sports Network. It's time to talk McKendree football. The 2014 season is upon us, and it's time to preview the Bearcats on the gridiron. I'm joined by head coach Mike Babcock. Coach, thanks for joining us. Overall, it appears to be a promising season. The Bearcats coming off a 4-6 season, 3-4 in GLVC play, but I know you've been happy with the way this team has progressed, not only in spring ball, but in preseason camp.
I've really loved the action of our leaders on the team. They're really buying into the fact that we've got to get better every single day. It started in the off season and through spring ball and over the summer, and then has led into preseason camp. And the focus has been completely on this first game and being able to come out and execute and kind of get it going and start this 2014 season off right.
Both the offense and defense in 2013 saw an adjustment, transitioning from the style they had long known. The offense spreading it out a little more last year, some mixed results, but some really good results towards the end of the year, and that seems to have carried over as well. 6 starters back on the offensive side of the ball. Let's go ahead and talk about the Bearcat offense for 2014.
Well, offensively, it really doesn't matter what offense you run. It's all about execution, and I felt last year that the offense got better towards the end of the season, and again, that's just doing the same thing over and over and over again, and really like where it's going. Bringing back a bunch of starters, especially at the skill position, and it starts up front with Isaac Fisher at quarterback. He's done a great job this fall camp. Leading this offense, doing some great things, executing at a high level. Very excited about him. Wide receiver wise, Dwayne Gotti and Gerard Jenkins and Ruben Bolby and Tyler Brewer. We've got a lot of wide receiver, tight end guys that can go out there and catch. And again, just very, very excited to see what they will do coming up on Thursday.
Another skill guy, a couple skill guys actually didn't mention there. Cameron James, who's not only a threat at a slot, threat on special teams as well in a kick and punt return game, but also Ryan Herring, your top running back from last year. And then some new guys coming in on the offensive line. I know you lost 3 starters to graduation.
Sure. Cameron James is one of the fastest guys in the GLVC, and he's definitely a difference maker. So we need to find ways to get him the ball. He's a great guy, very highly competitive, great guy to be around. Can't say enough great things about Cameron. Ryan Herring is coming back for his senior year, and I know that means a lot to him. He's a local kid that really has put in the time and the effort to be great, and I know that he wants to finish out his senior season right at tailback. On the offensive line, we'll have a couple new faces, and that's what happens when you graduate 3 guys. So, but very excited to see the progress over fall camp with some of these new guys, of really kind of buying into that blue-collar mentality that doesn't matter what play, doesn't matter what the weather is, we're going to go out there, do our job, and get it done.
One thing that you've been pleased with in camp, the younger guys, the freshmen that have come in, really active, trying to fight and claw their way onto the 2 deep, and that has helped push the guys coming into starting roles or returning starters as well.
Absolutely. Anytime that you can get competitiveness at each position, it just pushes everybody. You get guys wanting to claw to be the starters, and you got the starters that are trying to back those other guys down and remain the starters. So it truly is a great opportunity for both starters and young guys to say, hey, whoever's the best is going to play. So that's been a lot of fun.
On the defensive side of the ball, McKendree returns a wealth of experience, 8 returning starters back from a year ago. All starts up front, though. Switching to the 3-4 scheme last year, all 3 returning starters are back. The guys backing those players up, a lot of experience as well. So you've got to feel confident with that front 3 heading into 2014.
I really do feel that the strength of our defense is going to be up front, and it's because you got the leaders on the team, the older guys, and with the D linemen that we have, really excited to see what Sam Legg and Cameron Ford can do on the inside, and then having an all-conference player like Brett Pierman at defensive end. He's done I think a fantastic job this fall training camp, and so again, I know he's ready to get going with the season. Have a couple other great defensive ends in Lucky Barr and Darian Simmons, and even a newcomer, Ralph Paul, has been doing some great things. So, like I said, very excited to see what's going to happen Thursday night with our D-line.
Traditional strength, the linebacking core for McKendree seems to be just as rich in 2014. Several starters back in that unit as well, including 5 of your top 10 tacklers from a year ago.
Sure. Because of injuries last year, it ended up making it so that a lot of guys got playing time. And so it's good and bad, and right now it's starting to be good in the fact that we have a lot of experience at linebacker. It all starts in the middle with Bryce Colvin coming into his senior year, and he's had a fantastic camp. He's a great leader of that defense, a great leader of the team. He's a really, really good football player. Next to him we have guys like Alec Gertis, Drake Schmedlock, George Hill, A.J. Wentland. All of these guys have gotten playing time last year, so again, very, very excited to see what they do tomorrow night.
Secondary will have a little bit different look to it this year as you return only one starter back there, Jabari Winston, who stepped into the starting role late in his freshman season. Harrison Skokos, who was a starter linebacker last year, makes the switch to safety. How's that unit coming together so far?
I think pretty good. It's there's still work to be done, but to be honest with you, I think they've given it all over fall camp. So at corner, Jabari Winston's done a great job coming into his second year, coming into his sophomore season, and a transfer with Keelan Smith coming in and playing for us at the other corner. Also a freshman, Derek Curry, who's got a chance to get some good playing time this year. And again, very, very excited to see the corners as well. And then at the safety position, Harrison Skokos has really, embraced the change, has, worked his tail off to become, one of the best safeties that he can be and safeties in the league. So again, I'm very excited to see what's going to happen.
Special teams also a big part of the game of football, and more so with the Bearcats as they return just about everyone back from that unit from a year ago. Not only Cameron James is your primary return man, you also have your primary kicker in Steven O'Block, a sophomore this year, and then Alex McMahon, the senior, who has overcome a lot during his 5+ years at McKendree and is filling the bill at the punter position.
Absolutely. With Alex at punter, he's coming into his senior season, and he's had to deal with a lot of off-the-field health issues, and he is he's a trooper. And I love Alex in everything that he does. He's still out there, has not missed a practice, and very excited for him to kind of finish out this last year. At kicker, Steve O'Block started last year doing kickoffs and PATs, so I know he's getting going and getting ready to start off his second year. Even our long snapper, Brandon Zier, his second year now of snapping, so very excited with the specialist. And then at returner, again, you can't say enough about Cameron. One of the fastest guys, in track and in football. So again, very excited for him. I think we also have a couple other returners back there that if Cameron goes down, or if Cameron, if they kick away from him, hopefully we can have some guys to step up and go from there.
Now the camp is concluded. You're heading into the season opener against Ferris State University. What have been the big surprises for you during preseason camp?
I think the more of the embracing of the offense and the defense. Really kind of understanding the details and understanding that it's the little things that make the big difference, and buying into what all the coaches are saying and really kind of pushing forward to really make this 2014 team different than what it has been in the past. So again, I think everyone's on edge to see what this year is going to be about, and I know I'm excited, and the players are excited to really kick it off and get it going.
I know attention to detail is one of the big things you stress to your players, stress to your coaches. We've seen that throughout your 2 years here at McKendree. What other keys are going to be needed to see McKendree be a success in 2014?
I think in all phases, for instance, on defense, we're going to have to be great tacklers. We're going to have to run to the ball, and we're going to have to execute. So doing your assignment. Offensively, it really does come down to execution. The quarterback's throwing the ball on target, the receivers catching it, the O-line blocking, the running backs running, doing your job, and doing it every play. Having that consistency is going to be big for the offense. Special teams wise, again, it's just doing your job. The kicker's got to kick, punter's got to punt, returner's got to return. So it really does become an easy game if you break it down that way. So, but like I said earlier, knowing the finer things, the details, that's going to be the biggest difference.
Let's touch a little bit on the schedule. Historic in the fact the first Thursday night game in program history and the season opener. First 11 game schedule in team history. The Bearcats will have 6 road games, 5 home games, and of course, traditionally tough schedule early on with 3 GLIAC opponents as non-conference foes before you hit the GLVC schedule. University of Indianapolis looking to repeat for the 3rd consecutive year as conference champs.
The GLVC is a tough conference, and I wanted our guys to be ready for it. So we scheduled some very tough opponents in 3 GLIAC schools. A conference that is known to have at least 2 or 3 teams every year make the playoffs, and this first one out of the gate is no different. Ferris State ranked 21st in the nation, coming to our place on Thursday night. This is a huge test for us, and I want our guys to get that mindset of it really doesn't matter who you play, and doesn't matter the weather, the conditions, or anything like that. We're going to put our hard hat on, and we're going to go to work.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us, taking some time to talk about the Bearcats of 2014. Good luck in your season opener, and good luck throughout 2014.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Don't forget, you can catch all McKendree games, both home and away, live on the Bearcats Sports Network. Visit www.mckbearcats.com and use the hashtag BearcatsUnleashed.